Welcome to Credit Monster, where high limits are achievable and bad credit is beatable. Welcome back to another awesome video on the Credit Monster, where we gonna build credit. Listen, y'all, I just wanted to do a quick update about US Bank. They are coming out for people with challenge credit to build. They have two new options for secured credit cards. So let's go ahead and look at that. We have two new amazing options for secure credit cards over at US Bank, which is amazing because remember last year they had the plain Jane secure credit card. None of them have annual fees. This is awesome, where you could pay to from $300 to $5,000 as a deposit to secure credit. Now this is amazing because US Bank is one of the only banks that allow you to pay up to $5,000 as a deposit. Now, why would you want to do that, you ask? Because the more money you have in the line of credit, the bigger your credit score will be impacted. So if you have $5,000 as a line of credit and you maintain that really good, your next credit card is going to compete for that credit limit. When you apply for a regular unsecured traditional credit card, they're going to compete for that 5,000 limit. Especially if you've been managing that 5,000 limit pretty well, you want to show them that you can handle things, right? So if you start small, you're just going to have to build up. That may take a little bit more time, but if you make a good amount of money, if you have a good amount of disposable income available to you, it makes sense to just go ahead and put like maybe 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, or even the max of 5,000 onto that credit card, so you can start to rebuild your credit, and you will already be living to those standards that you're already living to. I mean, this is basically what that is. So if you make a lot of disposable income, why not? You're not spending the money by making a deposit to the credit card. You're actually just transferring over into a bank account, and then they using that bank account or savings CD, whatever you want to call it, is basically a savings account, and they're using that to secure their credit card just in case if you default. Most of the time you can get it back once they unsecured if you show them that you're a responsible credit borrower and you could use this responsibly. But they have two new options that I really wanted to get into. So they got the now you could get rewards. Remember last year they had the open skies, and I made a video on it, and then like 2 months later it was gone. So hopefully they don't get rid of these ones that quickly. But when banks do secure credit cards, they really don't like doing secure credit cards, only because it's tailored to people with challenge credit, and sometimes those people they don't want to take that risk anymore for whatever reason. But they're really doing good by giving us these options. So we have the Altitude Go card. This one you get up to 4 times the points on takeout restaurant deliveries. You get 2 times the points on grocery stores, delivery services. I'm assuming that's like Instacart or Shipt, gas stations, EV charging stations, and 1 point on any other eligible purchase. Another interesting thing about this credit card is that you get a $15 credit on streaming services such as Netflix and Spotify. So that's pretty cool that you get that. Then you have your build cashback, your build credit cashback card. So this is a cashback card. This is generally, a lot of people love the cashback, right? So you get to choose two categories where you get 5% cashback. That's pretty strong. Not just for a secure card, but just in general. Not many credit cards are really offering that, especially the fact that you get to pick what two options, what categories you want to use that cashback on. So then you got also the 2% on one category of everyday purchases. So they let you choose 3 different categories to get a nice little return on your spending. Then you got 1% on everything else, any eligible purchase. That's the key word, y'all. Eligible. You gotta watch out for that word. I don't know what eligible mean. It's in the contract somewhere, but you gotta make sure it's an eligible purchase. So all these cards allow you to put between $300 down and $5,000 down, which, like I said, is amazing. Because if you got all 3 of these cards, oh my goodness, so $15,000 in credit. My gosh, oh my gosh, your credit score will go crazy up. and especially if you use them, keep them for like a year or some change. See, US Bank is a national bank, so they will unsecure the card after some good usage, probably about 6 to 12 months that you use the card, and also show them that you keep your utilization low. That's a one very important factor in this process, is to keep your utilization low. I want to emphasize that if you use your card and you keep a high balance on the card, you're negating all, even if you paying it on time, it is not going to help you get an increase or an unsecured line of credit, because they see that you are living above your means. You don't want to live above your means. You don't want to live off of future income. Okay, that's a more nuanced concept that I'll get into in a future video, but I just wanted to show y'all that US Bank is coming out strong for the people who's trying to rebuild their credit in this economic time that we living in. It is wise to start building your credit, because if you have bad credit right now, it's going to get even way more expensive to live, because you gotta go buy a house, you gotta go get reliable transportation, you gotta do these things, and 9 times out of 10 you don't have 20,000, 15, 50, 100,000 or more saved up in a bank account that you could just use to spend on these necessary things to live. You're gonna have to take out mortgages, you're gonna have to take out auto loans, you're gonna have to take out loans at some point in time. But if you haven't been building your credit, you're gonna pay a tremendous amount in interest, and you don't want to do that. So right now is the time, if you haven't already been doing so, to build your credit. And we're going to catch you on the next one. I'm going to keep y'all up to date. I'm back to making videos. We're going to do this. We're going to raise our credit scores. We're going to have high limits. We're going to get the life that we deserve. So I catch y'all on the next one. Peace.